Hi guys, Chef Kevin Belton here. Hope you're having a good day. Now, for those of you that have memories as a kid, remember going into a bakery with the mom? There were the cinnamon rolls that were huge that was sitting there behind the case and you just want to lick that case. Well, do I have a cooking hack for you? I'm going to show you how to make some homemade cinnamon rolls using biscuits. That's right. Now, I've had frozen biscuits and I've had them sitting out for about 30-40 minutes. We want them defrosted, but we want them cool to the touch. And what I've done, I've put them on a floured surface and then I put a little flour on top of them and I've mashed the edges together. See, that's what we want. I just want to mash these edges together. All right. Look at that. Now I'm going to take a little butter and I'm going to smear some butter right over the top. My butter is nice and soft. Okay, if you want to use a little melted butter, you can. But you see how this is it wrinkles a little bit on top. But you know what? That's okay. Don't worry about it. You're going to end up using about a quarter of a cup of butter for this. All right. You can use a little less if you'd like, or a little more. Depending, always do it to your taste. And what we're going to put on top of this is I have a little brown sugar and cinnamon. Okay, see, that's pretty good. I think that's good there. All right. Now, little brown sugar and cinnamon that we're going to go ahead and mix together. We just want this cinnamon to get mixed into this brown sugar. And now we're going to coat the top of our biscuits with the brown sugar and cinnamon. That's why I put the butter down first. Okay. So this is about 3/4 cups of brown sugar, good teaspoon of cinnamon. If you like cinnamon, do a little more cinnamon. All right. And we just want to kind of get this spread out. There's no right way or wrong way to do this. For me, I think this is enough. I'm not going to use all of this brown sugar. Now, here are some options, okay? Some folks like nuts. You could toast some pecans and put in here. You could do some raisins, okay? You could do some nuts with other dried fruits, like apricots or whatever dried fruit that you like. Here, I'm going to use some craisin. These are dried cranberries. And I'm just going to sprinkle those around. Do you like a lot or a little? Totally up to you. I'm just put enough until it looks right. And I get that nod from Monica goes, okay, that's enough. Don't overdo it. All right. The other thing is, with cranberries, you think a lot of times orange. Where you see cranberry orange muffins and things like that. Well, I didn't have an orange, but I had a lemon. And what this is a little lemon zest. And the reason zesting is important, this little bit of zest will open up that flavor. It gives the cranberries, is going to give them a little bit of a pop. Now, here's what we need to try to do. I've taken a cast iron skillet and I've lightly buttered it. Okay. The reason we wanted this on a floured surface is because now we want to take this and roll it. Okay. Just let me work it up a little bit. See, and where they're pressed together, don't worry about it. Just press them nice and firm. Just once you get them all there, so you can just press it down, roll it over, make sure it's all sealed in there. Now we're going to take our knife and we're going to cut. We're just going to cut it about 1-inch sections in width. And what we're going to do, we're going to take our sections and we're going to stack them in our pan. We're going to make a little circle and just start putting them around in our pan. And if they start coming loose, don't worry, because once they bake, It's going to bake up really pretty and get done. So the oven is preheating at 375 degrees. I'll get the rest of these in and we'll get them tossed into the oven. Now, I decided to use a cast iron pan. You could use a small pan for this that's buttered or lightly greased to put it in, but I decided to use cast iron. So let's go ahead and get this in the oven. This is going to bake anywhere from about 35 to 40 minutes. I tell you what, the smell is incredible. That cinnamon smells so good. Now, for our glaze, powdered sugar, and what I'm using a little milk, and I put vanilla in the milk. And you know, this is something where you don't need a whole lot of liquid, but once this starts going, it goes fairly quick. See, we can always add a little more. That ought to get it. Now I do have my vanilla here in case we need some more. And if you ever put too much liquid in your glaze, that's all right. All you have to do is add a little more powdered sugar to it. But here, I want to thin this out just a little bit. So let's do just a little more vanilla. See, it depends on if you like your glaze thick or thin. All right, so now we could just take our glaze and just smear it right over the top. Just give it a nice, good smear. I tell you what, they look so good. It's important too to let them cool before you try to put the glaze on them. Because if not, it's gonna just run right down the side of the pan. All right, look at that. There we go. See, and that's gonna spread out and that's gonna just sit there and chill really nice. So how about this wonderful food hack to make wonderful cinnamon rolls using frozen biscuits? Be safe, keep washing those hands. For WWLTV, I'm Chef Kevin Belton and we'll see you soon.